What all have you lost due to your addiction?
Everything I ever loved and cared about. Materialistically, humans, cars, kids, parents, both my dad that's dead, my mom that's living, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, friends, faith in humanity, faith in myself, everything.
What's your name, dear?
My name is Summer.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Thank you, I like it. I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah.
I hated it when I was a kid, though.
One of those things, right?
Yeah, because when you're a kid, you just want to be like everybody else and just fit in, and not stick out too much. And I've always stuck all the way out in every way. They'll give you a 10-pack. You know, if you show up there like by yourself.
Yeah.
They'll give you a 10-pack. But if I show up there with a truckload, they'll give me a truckload. I'll be 36 next week, on the 22nd I'll be 36. Ugh.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Wow.
I feel like I'm 136.
I hear you. What do you got planned for your birthday?
You know, same shit, different pile.
I hear you.
Not a whole lot of celebrating anything out here.
Got you.
Other than like to live through another night.
And what sign is that?
Technically I'm a Libra. I'm the last day of Libra. I'm the last of the Mohegans on the Libra scale anyway.
Cool. Let's talk about school. How far did you go?
Well, I left school in my junior year of high school, like very shortly before I was supposed to finish junior year. Then I did go back and get my GED. And then when in 2011 I had my daughter, I was clean for unmethadone for a few years, and right after my daughter was born, I went back to I started college a little bit, nothing crazy, just a couple prerequisites like my English class and stuff like that. And then before I knew it, I got in over my head. I had a brand new baby, then I got pregnant again, and that kind of fell to the wayside, and then I relapsed. So yeah, I did a couple of classes, like one semester of college, nothing special. Then, like I said, I was pregnant again, and I had my daughter already, and then my second child was born premature as well, and just my plate was too full, so I didn't go back. And then shortly thereafter, I relapsed, and
Understood.
I blinked, and it's 9 years later. So, well, my parents, it's really a fairy tale romance. They met in rehab. My mom and dad, they met in rehab for alcohol in the 80s, a place called New Hope in Marlboro, New Jersey. It's myself, my sister's the oldest, then me, and then my brother. Were the only kids that either one, my mom or my dad, had, as far as I know anyway. They were both really, really fucked up until I was like maybe in first grade or so. My mom stopped drinking when I was in first grade, and we were homeless and living in motels and stuff, and she got a job and she stopped drinking, and then she got her Section 8 housing, and my dad just couldn't get it together. He tried. He really tried. Because I became this, because I've turned into what I've turned into, I understand that it's not that he didn't want to or he didn't care, because I love my kids and I would never put anything before my kids, and I did. So, that's one good thing that came out of this shit show that is my life, is that I came to terms with his death and, the fact that he couldn't get sober. But yeah, he tried and he never succeeded. But when I was in 8th grade, he wound up committing suicide the day before his 43rd birthday. So I was 14, that was kind of the beginning, a very pivotal moment in my life. I didn't pick up a chemical for another 6 months, but that was definitely a change, a turn in my life for sure. We all make choices though. My brother and sister aren't like me. They're law-abiding, productive members of society that live the same experiences as I did as a kid. So a lot of it is about choice, So addiction manifests itself in many ways. They definitely have food addiction issues, control issues, gambling issues, drinking issues even. But if you go to work every day and pay your bills, it's not a problem, right? So, but yeah, my childhood, look, it could have been better, it could have been a lot worse. I know a lot of people that had it way worse than me. We're very fortunate that we had my grandparents on both sides that cared a whole lot. At least my grandpa on my mom's side, my grandma on my dad's side, and my one aunt, my dad's sister. They were like the rock that held us together. Wherever my mom fell short, my dad fell short, they were there, and then some. You know, I thank God every single day that I had them, because maybe all three of us would be sitting here on this curb otherwise. So my aunt has my one son right now.
Okay. What are some of your favorite childhood memories you can think of?
Damn near every good memory I have as a kid involved the people I just mentioned, my grandma, my one grandpa, and my aunt specifically, especially my aunt, my one grandma. You know, they were successful, hardworking, fun women. You know, my grandma had a bachelor's degree at a time when women didn't do such a thing. My aunt's very educated and has a very good job, and yet at the same time, you know, she's like kicks back on the weekend at her shore house in ripped up pants and some, you know, shit kicker shoes. Like, she's so normal. You know, she has an abundance of everything, abundance of not just money. I mean, patience, love, respect. She never ever gave up on me. She has an abundance of happiness and laughs and tears. She's just one of the best people I've ever known in my life. So without her and my grandma and my one grandpa, you know, it would have been a lot shittier. You know, we'd go visit her in DC, we'd go to the museums, she took us skiing, did a lot of things that my dad never did, never could do. My mom couldn't afford to do, even after she stopped drinking, you know. Without them, it would have been a very different picture growing up.
Got you. So let's talk about currently, presently, what's your situation now?
Well, as far as like living, I've been in Kensington now for 3 years. I've been in Beacon House Shelter for coming up on 2 years. Christmas will be 2 years. I came here by accident. I came across the bridge from Camden just to grab something and go right back, and here we are 3 years later. Because, well, if you're gonna live like this, if you're gonna get high, this is the place to do it, right? I mean, it's that simple, you know. If I was clean, this is certainly not where I would be, but that wasn't the case. So I'm fortunate, so very fortunate to have that shelter. It's a roof and 3 meals and showers, and I'm so grateful, because I was on the street for like over 6 years before that, like street life. And it's so hard out here. Before here, I was on the street in Newark, New Jersey, for the majority of those 6 years was up there. So yeah, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for 2.5 years. I met him here. We just had a baby last September. He just turned 1. That was both a beautiful experience and a horror of an experience. Again, due to my choices.
Gotcha.
You know?
So now let's talk about addiction. What are you struggling out here with?
As of today, or as of the last 2.5 years, it's dope, well, fentanyl, and meth, ice. I used to smoke crack and shoot coke and all that nonsense. I quit that like almost 3 years ago when I first got here. And even the ice, like the meth, is a very sporadic anymore. I don't do that a whole lot, and even the dope, I don't do that a whole lot. I got on methadone last Wednesday. I went on the clinic last Wednesday, so I'm hoping that as I slowly go up on my dose, it'll, you know, alleviate some of the symptoms and some of the cravings to get high. The scary part is the tranquilizer that's in the dope now. I'm terrified to kick Tranq. You know, people are going to jail and getting put on Suboxone, and they're dying in jail, even with Suboxone in their system, because there's no Suboxone for tranquilizer. There's no methadone for tranquilizer. And I've never kicked Tranq. I've been on a steady 3-year run, and I'm scared to death to kick it, but I have to try, and I've seen people do it. I know it can be done because my friend Cherry did it. I know people can do it. If they can do it, I can do it.
Facts.
You know, and so I'm trying.
Excuse me.
You know, I'm trying.
Yeah. So what's a day out here look like for you?
Well, you know, I live at the shelter, so I don't sleep there all the time. My boyfriend is not in the shelter. He's still outside. He'd be at Somerset all the time. So I spend a bit of my time down there with him when we're not at each other's throats. So, you know, a day in the life looks like making money and getting high, making money and getting high. You know, lately I've been making doctor's appointments and actually going to them, and making dentist appointments and actually going to them. I'm getting old. You know, I've been into a gummy vitamin the other day, my tooth broke. Like, come on now. It's crazy. You know, things are starting to catch up to me quite a bit. My back is messed up. I have a brand new baby. You know, he's only a year old. I have 2 other children as well. So I've been doing some things recently that I never did for the last 9 years since I relapsed. You know, I didn't really have any desire to get clean other than like 9 months here, 6 months there. I wanted to die. I had no intention of coming out of Newark alive. I really didn't want to live anymore. You know, I was without my kids, and I lost everything I worked for, threw it away. But I keep waking up. So I'm to the point now where I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to keep waking up. I might as well try this whole living thing, I guess, because dying's not working. Not my time yet, you know?
Right. What all jobs have you had in the past?
In real life? I've been a waitress. I've worked at a laundromat. I worked in retail. I had my own little cleaning gig going on there for a little bit when I was clean. I've worked for a couple different cleaning agencies in a couple different states. I worked in a deli. I can do anything. I can learn anything.
That's good.
I have minimal self-confidence, minimal self-esteem, but I know I'm a hard worker. I'll bust my ass if I feel, Dunkin' Donuts, if I feel like a little bit of credit, just a little bit of, you know, good job. That's all I really need to hear, and that boosts my self-esteem quite a bit because I don't really have much.
What do you think makes you want to keep taking drugs?
You know, so, first of all, let's keep it real here. I like to get high. People get high because they like to get high. I have a habit, and being sick is painful. But why do people go back when they don't have a habit anymore? Because it feels good, and sometimes it's simply about wanting to feel good. Why do people have a beer on the weekends? Because it feels good. But why? Sometimes it's that I don't know what the hell else to do. It's like I've been doing this for so long, the majority of my adult life, that I don't know what else to do. And sometimes it's like, I don't know, you don't know where to start. And the couple of times I have been clean in the last 9 years, you know, I had 9 months at one point. There's never been any end in sight as far as like me being able to see my other children, you know, and no phone calls, no contact of any kind. They can't tell me when, because my family, you know, they're afraid I'm going to relapse and walk back out of their life, which I appreciate and I get that. But what, I just never see them again because I might relapse someday? Like, so I started to get the fuck-its, and then that's a good excuse for me to go back. You know what I mean? And people go through much more and stay clean. I'm aware of that. But that's keeping it real. I use that as an excuse to go back. I do. And partially because it's what's comfortable. Even if it's misery, it's what I know. It's familiar.
Understood. So now we about to wrap things up, dear. You're doing amazing. So what have all this experience taught you? What have you learned from all this?
Well,
What?
I have what? Yeah, sure. I've definitely learned that.
Thank you, brother. You're the man.
Thanks, Lewis. I appreciate you. I didn't make it over there either, so I appreciate it.
It's
Trying to
cold.
do this
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, God bless. I'm all right, brother. Thank you.
Probably the most important thing I've learned since I've been in Kensington anyway, or at least on the street, or just in this lifestyle, is that there's a big difference between people and humans. Like, people drive cars and use cell phones and use computers, and humans love and they feel and they sympathize and they have compassion and they forgive. There's not a whole lot of humans anymore. You know, people around here treat you like you're an animal. They forget that I'm somebody's daughter, I'm somebody's friend, I'm somebody's sister, I'm somebody's mother. I think that it's important for us to be human to one another, no matter what the circumstance. It doesn't cost anything to say good morning to somebody, rather than sneer at them like they're filth. You know, and that's painful when I have all this other shit going on in the world, and not poor me. I made bad choices. Nobody owes me anything in this world other than just a little bit of humanity. And this place is tainted, and it's there's so little humanity here, and it hurts. It sucks.
Yeah.
And when you feel like you're worth nothing, you feel like it's not worth it to try, you know?
That's facts. A lot of people feel the same way.
Yeah.
What are your short-term goals now?
My short-term goals will be to get stabilized on my methadone, get my housing squared away, get it to my own spot, and get back to figure out my relationships in my life. The ones that are present now and the ones that are physically removed from me right now.
Right, okay.
The ones that matter the most.
Got you. What are some things you love most about yourself?
Well, I can pretty much find the humor in anything. That's about all I got. Because sometimes if I don't laugh, I might be shooting people from a clock tower. Like you'll just lose your mind.
Yeah.
That's about it.
When you was
I'm not resilient, I guess.
When you was a little girl, what do you want to become when you grow up?
I wanted to work at Steve Irwin's zoo, the crocodile hunter. Remember him?
Rest in peace.
And I wanted to be a mom.
That's sweet. So we have 2 more questions because I know you have your hot dog. It's getting cold. So this one will be, what do you want the world to know about you?
I'm still alive. I think a lot of people in my world, my old life, think I'm dead probably, but I'm still breathing, and there's still hope. Don't count me out just yet. As long as there's breath in my lungs, there's still a chance that I might maybe figure it out someday. And if not, like, it's nobody's fault. Like, I want my family to know that they did everything they could do, no matter what my choices are. And I appreciate them from the depths of my soul. And I'm sorry for all the hurt that I've caused, but thank you.
Okay.
No matter what, if I was gone tomorrow, I'd want them to know that I appreciate them.
Got you.
More than I could say. And the father of my kid's mother as well.
Understood. Sweet of you. All right, so this one is to take us home, dear. There are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
You never ever know who it'll be. You couldn't tell me. I was so anti-chemical and anti-drug because of my father. He laid down the train tracks and took his own life behind drugs and alcohol. That destroyed me. I hated drugs and alcohol. And here I am. I did the same things to my kids that he did to me. And you could not have... Then after I got clean and I had my children, you could not tell me I would ever go back. There was no way, no how I would ever go back. Here I am. You never know. No, never say never. And if there is somebody in your life that's struggling, just be human. Just remember that they're human. I'm not saying give them money to get high or give them unconditional, chances to hurt you or steal from you or anything like that. But just, they're human and they're hurting. This isn't always the easy way out. This is not easy. This hurts. It sucks. Just be human.
Right, facts. She hit that on the head.
And always say good morning.
Sweet. So we're about to take flight. I want to tell the lovely lady, thank you so much for being courageous. She's now part of the AML family and we got her back. Before we take flight, is there anything you're in need of that we can help you with?
Just positive vibes, good energy,
Got you.
That's all.
If people want to write you, do you have an email?
Yeah.
Can you spell it out?
Yeah, it's summerbreeze, SUMMERBREEZE 732@gmail.com.
The AML fam is definitely going to write you, all right? So
Okay.
we taking off. Remember, don't be bitter, be better. Until next time, we out there. Peace out.
Thank you.